All right. Hey guys. Welcome to our Tuesday night team Zoom. Presidential Diamond Noel Cruz. I'm very quickly passing this off to Presidential Diamond Brittany Austin. We have some awesome stuff for you guys tonight. We're super excited to talk to you about going diamond in 90 days and just how to get started as a newbie. So grab your pen and your paper and let's rock and roll.
All right, you guys, happy Tuesday. Hope everybody is staying sane during, quarantine and everything else we've got going on right now. So we're doing things a little different tonight. I know, Noelle and I, we've kind of combined things just to make it easier on all of us. And we've had some special guests, but tonight we really wanted to focus on our newbies and we wanted to focus on our distributors and teach you guys how to train newbies and how to kill it and go diamond in 90 days. So if you do not have a pen and paper, go ahead, go find it because you are going to want to write down all of this information because we've got some really good stuff. I've got my notes here, okay? So, Noelle, let's get started, all right? So, guys, we're going to touch on new distributors, how to get started with a bang. As most of you guys know, Noelle, you've been in the business, what, is it 7 years?
7 years.
Okay, so Noelle's been in the business 7 years. I've been in the business 8 years. Things have changed tremendously in the last 7 to 8 years, and we really want to touch base and focus on what's going to get you guys to diamond in 90 days, okay? So if you've just joined on as a new distributor, welcome. One of the biggest tips that I can give you starting off is to run, okay? And I know you guys are thinking, okay, run, like what do you mean by that? But you guys, when I got started in this business, I started at the very end of February, and I truly did not know what I had my hands on, and I wish I had realized it sooner. And so the quicker you get started, you get working, and you start accumulating that paycheck, guys, the better it's going to get, okay? So to start off, guys, the first thing we want you guys to do, if you have not downloaded all of the apps, so the Connect app is going to be amazing for scripts. It's going to be amazing to follow up with your prospects. You can pretty much do anything. You can sign customers from there, check volume, all kinds of different things, okay? So it's called our Connect app, all right? Make sure you've downloaded that. The second one is our sample app, okay? You guys have got 7 samples in your kit, okay? So you've got some virtual samples, and you've also got some tangible ones that are going to come in your kit for you guys to sell to make your money back, okay? Or you can use those to start getting your own results. Most of my newbies, and I'm sure Noelle's, are selling those right away. So you can go in and start putting cash in your pocket. Guys, 25 bucks. $50, $100, guys, that's a blessing with everything that we've going on right now, okay? So that sample app's important. Since a lot of us are in quarantine, so you guys do not have to go out to the store, guess what's going to happen? Corporate's going to mail those out for you, which is absolutely amazing, okay? So make sure you have both of those apps downloaded on the front page of your phone so you guys can easily access those, okay? So, Noelle, what you got for that?
So one of the things I want to hit on, and I'm just going to be really, really honest with you guys right now, something happens when you click the submit button and start your business, and most people freak out. They're like, what did I just do? This person's going to judge me. This person's not going to agree with me. This person's going to make fun of me, whatever. And they totally freak out, which is why I think it's super, super important. Just like Brittany said, when you get started, what can you do? You can run. Now, what that means is that literally means that you put your blinders on and you're like, okay, I'm going to do whatever my sponsor tells me to do. I'm going to do whatever my upline tells me to do. And I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to do it, because we're not going to tell you to do something that's not going to make you money. We're not going to tell you something that's going to put you in a compromising position. We're not going to tell you to do something that's going to hurt you. We are going to tell you to do things that are going to be uncomfortable. We are going to tell you to do things that you have never done before, but we are only going to do it because it's for your benefit and because we're going to be there to remind you of your why and help you succeed, okay? So literally, like, whether you've been in the business for 2 minutes or 2 years, like, you just need to decide, like, I'm going to run, I'm going to focus, I'm going to do this, okay? So one of the things that's really, really important when you first get started, and I usually don't give this list to my new distributors right away, but I think it's really important for you to have this written down so you have like a visible checklist every single day, is your 6 list. Okay, so this is what you're going to do for your business every single day in order to keep it growing. Now, the number of times that you do each of these things, the way that you do each of these things is going to be completely dependent on your personality and how much time you have. There's people there's people in this business who only can work this business 30 minutes a day, and there's people who can work this business 13 hours a day. Your 6 list is going to look different, but the activities are going to be the same. Okay, so I'm going to quick give you these things, and then Brittany and I are going to go over some more specifics. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do 365 days a year, when you're sick in bed, when you're having a baby, when you're having Christmas, all of the things you're going to post every day. And I think for new distributors, like Brittany, do you find that often new distributors don't post every day and then their business is not open every day?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay, so post. And if you don't know what to post, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but you can always reach out and ask. You're going to message. Okay. And again, we're going to talk about how you're going to do that. You're going to follow up every day. You're going to do your personal development. Again, we're going to hit on this list more in depth, but you're going to post, you're going to message, you're going to follow up, you're going to do personal development, you're going to grow your network, and you're going to engage with your network. Okay. So those are your 6 things that you want to do every single day. So I'll put those things in the chat. And Brittany's going to talk about some of those things some more.
All right, you guys. So I am pumped for this list. Like Noelle said, we do have a 6 list that we do every single day. I know that Noelle does things a little bit different with her team, but my ladies and gentlemen in our chats and on our team page will tell you that every single day, I give my team a task list of things that they need to be doing for their business. And they will tell you that it's pretty much repetitive. We do all of these things every single day because guess what? Consistency is what's going to grow your business. You cannot get to diamond and double diamond and triple diamond and presidential and ambassador if you don't show up every day. Think of it like this. For those of you guys that have a 9 to 5, raise your hand. If you have a 9 to 5 on here, raise your hand. Okay, a lot of you guys do. Let me ask you something. If you show up when you want to, is your boss going to pay you? Absolutely not. If you just show up when you feel like it, your boss is probably going to be like, all right, chick, you either come to work or you out, okay? This business is very much the same. But guys, here's the thing. You're your own boss. Noelle's not your boss. I'm not your boss. We can show you and give you all the tools to be successful in this business. But at the end of the day, it's not up to us. It's up to you. Because you have all of the tools, everything that we have used to be successful, we're going to give you guys to be successful, but it's up to you if you do it. Okay. So I want to start out talking about posting for a minute. All right, guys, posting is your storefront. It is the storefront of your business. Your Facebook page either says, hey, I'm open and ready to do business, or I'm closed. Okay. And so if you are not posting consistently every single day, first off, that tells your customers and your prospects that you are not open and ready to do business. Because, for example, let's say Sandy up there, I see you up at the top, Sandy, shout out for getting on. I see Sandy up there, and let's say she's watching, she's not a distributor yet, but she's watching Noelle and she's watching me, okay? And she's trying to figure out, which one of these girls do I want to get started with? I want to get started with the one that is serious about business and that is going to help me and be there for me. But if they see Brittany slacking and they see me post for a couple of days and then I'm MIA for a week and then I might post for another day, but on the weekend I go MIA. But Noelle is on it. She's on it every day. She's consistent. She's telling her story. She's talking about all the things that the business is doing for her life. She's showing her before and afters, and she's not being an infomercial, which we're going to get into in a second. Guess who they're going to join? They're going to join Noelle because they know that she is serious about this business. So people are more than likely watching you and someone else. Then again, they might just be watching you, but we still have a lot of distributors out there. So you have to make sure that you're posting daily and setting yourself apart. Okay. Another thing I ask my team all the time, guys, it's like repetitive for me. Guys, raise your hand. Do we have any infomercial watchers on here? Who watches infomercials? Anybody? All right. Okay, Noelle's the only one that I see.
Sorry, I'm like, if I don't have cable, when I had cable, I totally like used to, because they suck you in, and I'm just like, And then by the end of the hour, you've bought like 15 pieces of cookware that you don't need. That's a totally different story. I
So like,
probably answered wrong. I'm
so
sorry.
like
Don't be an
Noelle,
infomercial.
so like Noelle's like probably the only person that's ever said yes. So I mean, that's cool, girl. If you like that. But anyways, where I'm getting at with this is, let's be honest, the majority, we got 54 people on here right now. You guys are not like, oh my gosh, I've got to find an infomercial tonight to watch. That's not what you guys are doing, right? No. So why do you think someone wants to come to your page and that's all they see? Right? Okay? Quit selling your product, because at the end of the day, people are buying Brittany Austin before they buy this business and before they buy my products. They're buying me. They're buying Noelle. They're buying Kayla and Teresa and Brittany. That's who they're buying, okay? And so that is so important to tell a story as far as your posting goes, okay? So, Noelle, what you got for posting?
So I think it's really important, just like Brittany hit on, like to share your story. And one of the, I'm sorry, I have to go talk to a child for just a second.
All right, you guys. So, guys, telling a story. The thing is, what you guys have to understand is every single one of us started where you are. Okay? It doesn't matter if you're a distributor or if you're presidential. We all started at distributor. So, you need to ask yourself, what did your business, what did your life look like before you started? Let me just tell you mine. Y'all, I had a $40 a week grocery budget. I was in healthcare. My husband was in lithium. Y'all, we had good jobs. But guess what? We had $30,000 in credit card debt, and we had a $40 a week grocery budget. I still talk about that because that's a part of my story. There are people out there that are struggling with money. There are people out there struggling with credit card debt. There are people out there that is the no mom. How many of you guys have ever been to the grocery store with your kids and they just wanted the animal crackers? They just wanted the Oreos, but you couldn't afford to put that in your grocery cart. Mm-hmm. Every single one of you guys probably at one point in time has felt that way. And so those are the people that you want to connect with. You have to dig down deep and figure out what your story is. And those are the people that you're going to connect with.
Yes. So one of the things that I see most often with new distributors is they're afraid to tell their story because they're not used to being real on Facebook. That, I think, is the most defining difference between a It Works distributor and everybody else in the world who's on social media. We are not afraid to just put the raw and the real out there. We're not afraid to show you and tell you where we failed, how tough it's been, what real life looks like, what it looks like to go to the grocery store and have to count your coupons and pull out your WIC card and then not be able to pay. Like, that's reality for a lot of people. And so if, no matter what your situation is, whether you are broke as a joke or you're like, you know, you're a trust fund baby and you got a gold spoon in your mouth and everything in between, you have a story. And you need to not be afraid to share your story because there's going to be people that are going to relate to you, but only if you can share that. If you are trying to be some picture perfect whoever that you're not going to relate to anybody. People can't relate to me now that I make 5 figures a month because that's not reality. People can relate to me back then when we're living paycheck to paycheck, we're drowning in credit card debt. We had all of the issues, you know, I'm hustling, working 3 part-time jobs. I've got a toddler, you know, I would love to put my kids in private school, but Lord knows we can't afford that. Like, that was our life before. And like, you have to be willing to share your story, but beyond that, you have to be willing to share where you're going. So I don't always want you to talk yeah, it's really important to open yourself up. Don't be afraid of that criticism, but also share where you're going. So that's the other biggest thing that I get in the beginning with new distributors is they say, well, I don't have a story. Yes, you do. Your story is where you've been, where you are, and where you're going. No matter what stage of the business you are at. My story is still where I've been, where I am, and where I'm going. So if you are going to be covering your groceries for the month, that's where you're going. If you are going to be covering your gas for the month, that's where you're going. If you are going to just have some nail and hair money for yourself, that's where you're going. So you talk about those things. And when you can vision cast for people, they're going to be like, she's just like me. I need that. I want that. And then you're going to, and that's when, you know, keeping your business doors open it's going to be really powerful.
Yeah. And guys, I'll be honest. I love sharing how much my first paycheck was. My first paycheck was about $46. And I love the expression that I get from people when I tell them my first paycheck, because I can always tell my people that are like, just need that extra money, and those that are like, you're crazy. Like, why would you tell me that? So guys, $46 back in the day, your girl was whipping a Honda Civic from high school. And so guess what? That was 2 tanks of gas in my Honda Civic. 2 tanks of gas. 2 tanks of gas. How many people on here would 2 tanks of gas help them? Right? Okay. I would still love 2 tanks of gas paid for. Like, let's be honest, you guys, that's still $46. So that's what I'm saying, you guys. It doesn't matter if you sell a coffee sample for $15, for $20, or you sell a wrap for $25, or you have a $50 paycheck, you guys. Tell people about it, because that's going to give someone else hope. Okay. All right. Noelle, you want to move on to messaging?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the thing I love about this 6 list, you guys, is that host a post is going to cover messaging and growing your network. Okay, and then the day after you do host a post, it's going to cover messaging, growing your network, and follow up. So it's going to cover all of the things. So if you're brand new and you don't know what host a post is, you're going to learn that very, very quickly. And for the rest of you who know what it is, this is going to be the bread and butter of your business. This is really what distinguishes us from other companies. There's so many other companies that are trying to copy what we do. It's so funny because I'll post for other companies all the time. And you, like, as a favor, when they post for me, we like post swap, and they're like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. And of course, I'm not going to tell them exactly what we're doing, but it's so easy because this gets you into your friends' network. So what we'd like to do when you first start is you need to create your dirt list, your 25 or 30 lists. You think about, really, it's your hundreds list, because this is going to be growing ongoing. And for you veteran distributors, you need to be adding to your list every single day. This is part of your 6 list, growing your network. If you're not adding names to your list every day, your business is not growing because you're not networking. But when you do host a post, now you're going to be reaching into your friends network and your friends network. And when you're first starting out, the easiest way to think about this is, who would you call if you found out you were having a baby? Who would you invite to your wedding? Who would you call and be like, oh my gosh, we're moving, or I got a promotion, or whatever? Like, who are those people in your world? Who are those 25 to 30 people that are closest to you? Honestly, some of those people might judge you. Like, I know that sometimes our family members are the hardest critics, for sure. So Brittany, do you want to talk about like hundreds lists for just a second?
Yes, let's talk about that for just a minute, you guys. The biggest tip I can give you guys with your hundreds list is don't prejudge. I feel like so often, we're really quick to think, oh, well, they may not need the extra money, or, well, she's not going to want our products. But you would be surprised. So the best thing that you guys can do is, like Noelle said, anybody that you invited to your wedding, a baby shower, scroll through your contacts, you guys. I think I have 900 and something contacts in my phone. Is that not crazy? Scroll through that contact list. Scroll through your green light. So like your messenger, scroll through that. Scroll through your timeline. Ask your friends and family, like, listen, do you know anybody that might want to lose some weight or make some extra money? Think about people from church. Think about people that you went to high school with, college. Guys, can I tell you something? When I started my business, I literally lived in a town with no stoplight, no grocery store. I had 300 Facebook friends. Okay. My circle was like this small. Like, I pretty much had no circle. So all I'm saying is that's what social media is for. Social media is to grow that network. Okay. So as far as your hundreds list, I love tangible. Guys, I love literally old school. Pen and notebook paper, okay? And just start writing down. Like I said, don't prejudge anybody. And so I think that's the best way to really go about doing your hundreds list. And then what Noelle's going to do is she's actually going to post some scripts for you guys. If you're brand new, you're looking to reach out to people, or if you've been in the business 6 months and you feel like maybe you're thinking of people right now as we're talking about this, well, maybe I can reach out to them. Guys, reach out to them. Do you think I still don't get in my phone and just randomly send messages to people? Absolutely. Okay. That's why it's so important to make sure that you're adding and growing that list every single day, so you always have prospects and you always have people to talk to.
Okay, so let's talk messaging for just a second, and I will totally throw some scripts in the comments for you guys. One of the biggest things that people hate about network marketers is getting random cold messages in their inbox. Okay? Don't be that person. Just don't be that person. Super simple. Be a friend. Know what's going on in their life. Now, when we message for host to post and we ask somebody to, like, basically you're messaging them and you're saying, hey, we're doing this amazing giveaway this month. Do you want to get entered to win? You can cold message anybody for that. It's basically like sending somebody a message and being like, hey, do you want to get entered to win the lottery? Yes, I do. Thank you. Thank you for sending me that message. Go ahead and get me entered, right? That's different. But don't be the person that's like popping into somebody's inbox and being like, hey girl, you need to lose weight? Hey girl, you want to buy my product? Hey girl, you want to join my team? Like, that's not the way to connect with people. Network marketing is a relationship business at its core. People will join you because they love you. They will join you because they want to be with you, because they want to spend time with you, because they respect you, all of these things. So as you build relationships with people, which is where engaging with your network comes into play, you are going to be connecting with people. So I can't even tell you, I have 5,000 friends on Facebook. I'm working on deleting some of them because I very rarely delete people. So it's like but now I'm at like this max and I'm like, I have to delete people. But I can't tell you how many friends I have that like we connected through, I don't know, like maybe their sick kid in the hospital or whatever, like their dog died or they were moving or whatever, like any random thing. And it's like, just by taking the time to stop at a scroll and be like, oh, like I need to message that person and like let her know that like I saw her post and I'm praying for her or whatever it might be, right? And like you start that relationship because you're a friend and you're a human being. And like, how good does it feel when somebody messages you and they're just being like, hey girl, I was just thinking about you and your kids today. Like, how are you doing in quarantine? Are you about to lose your mind? Like, how good does that feel to get like a genuine message from somebody that you know, just to check in on you, or just to see how your move went, or how, the morning of your dog went, or how your sick kid is feeling, or whatever. Like, those are nice messages to get. And that's the great thing about this business and this company is we get to teach you to grow those relationships. So I'm going to find some messages to put in the comments for you guys because I wasn't prepared, but I'll get those for you.
Guys, follow up really truly will make or break your business. Follow up is so important. And so let me see here. Hold on, y'all. I just lost my dang list. Okay, so you're posting some messages right now, correct?
Can I give you guys like what do we want? Do we want like host to post messages? Do we want like initial? Can I just tell you guys what I do for my newbies?
Yeah.
So if you're new, write this down and then ask your sponsor about it. Okay. The first thing that I have my newbies do is I have them do a host to post for me. That's going to say something like, it's going to be a host to post. So let's pretend it's hair, skin, and nails. Like, hey guys, who do I know who's looking to grow their hair out for the summer? My girl Noelle needs 3 more models or something, right? Okay, so they're going to put up a simple host to post for me. And then what that's going to do is that's going to work well psychologically with your friends, where they're going to think that you're promoting something for me versus promoting something, selling something for yourself. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to start talking to those people in a 3-way message. You're going to put those people in a message with me and you're going to say, hey Noelle, so and so's interested in being a hair model. Okay, then I'm going to help you sign all those people. We're going to talk to them all. And then it's going to be your job to follow up with those people because now they're your customers, but we're going to sign them all on your site. Okay, so that's step 1 is you do a host to post. Then the next day or 12 hours later, depending on what time of day you sign, you're going to do a teaser post. And you're going to say something like, oh my gosh, I have some really exciting news. Stay tuned later on my page. Okay, that's it. Super simple, teaser post. Then after that comes your actual announcement post. You guys, this is where you get real and raw. This is where you put up a cute photo of yourself or yourself and your family and you share your story. You share your struggles. You get really vulnerable. You get really open and honest. And there's not a tagline at the friend like, message me if you want to join. There's just a tagline at the end that says, drop me a heart in the comments if I can count on you for your love and support, or love and encouragement, or whatever. And then people are going to drop hearts for you. And then they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. And then you know what happens is you're going to get a lot of messages in your inbox. What are you doing? Tell me about it. And then all the people who drop hearts and who comment are going to be the first people we are going to ask to do a host to post for you. So again, we're not asking these people to purchase from you, but we are asking them to do a host to post for you. Then once they do a host to post for you, we're going to go back in there and we're going to say, Oh my gosh, thank you so much for supporting me. It literally means the world. And then we're going to ask them to ask them if they'd be willing to take a look at the products, because you need product models for your portfolio to get your business off the ground. And most of them will say absolutely. And it's such an easy way to start talking to people in a non-invasive way. So it's like this indirect approach. It's kind of like messaging, like an indirect approach for distributors, for instance, would be messaging a friend and being like, you know, hey, Sandy, I don't know if you know anybody who is, hold on, Siri just turned on. We won't say that name. Hey, Brittany, I don't know if you know anybody who's looking for some extra money right now, but I'm expanding my team and I'm looking for a couple people who could use an extra $500 to $2,000 a month. If you know anybody, would you be willing to send them my way? And then Brittany's going to be like, well, I need an extra $500 to $2,000 a month. It's an indirect approach, right? You're asking them if they know anybody who would be willing or who's looking for this. And then they're going to be like, well, I'm looking for that, right? Which is why a lot of your hosts for your host to post will potentially be your customers, because they're like, oh, I want to try that. I want to drink that coffee. I want to try that hair, skin, and nails. I want to try that TFX, right? So we can talk about signing distributors in a minute, because that's going to be super important for you going diamond in 90 days. But I'll put some scripts. I'll just put some host-to-host scripts in here for you guys.
Just something really quick going back to hundreds list. Of course, everybody that does, the host to post, of course, you're going to add those prospects to your hundreds list. But guys, you are going to have those people on your hundreds list that you message and ask them to support your business, maybe by using the products, being a distributor. And guess what? They're going to say no. You're going to have that. What I love doing is those that say, no, I don't think I'm interested in the products. I always ask them to put up a host to post. Always. So just because they're not physically purchasing something doesn't mean that they're not going to throw up a post on their Facebook. I actually had this happen the other day. I was reaching out to some old friends and didn't want to purchase anything. Of course, didn't want to be a distributor, but guess what, you guys? She threw up a host to post for me and I got 3 new little customers from that. Hair, skin, and nails. Okay. So, just because they're not buying from you or joining your team does not mean that they will not put up a host to post. Okay. So Noelle's putting up some banging scripts on there. So make sure you guys check them out. All right, Noelle, where do you want to go next?
Let's talk about, product of the product. You want to talk about that? I really feel like we should talk about just let's get real and raw. If you want to go diamond in 90 days, you have to work a lot. I went diamond in 90 days and I did this full time, very full time, right? So let's kind of talk about that. We're going to just talk about numbers. Let's talk about that for just a second, because some of you might be skimping in and you're like, I don't really know. I kind of just want to do this part-time. And some of you are coming in and you're like, I want to get that bonus, right? So if you want to get that bonus, Brittany's going to explain to you what a ruby looks like, because to get to diamond, all you need is 3 rubies.
Guys, I love this so much because things are so much more simple from when Noelle and I first went diamond. I mean, it's like night and day. Noelle, what was it? Used to be 24, 25 distributors to go diamond? 25 distributors, and now it's cut in half.
It's 15. We went from, we literally took 10 people off your chart.
10 people, you guys. Amazing. So much easier. So I think that's absolutely amazing, guys. But the first step, of course, is Ruby. Every single person that joins me, we get out that Ruby chart. And so what I love, you guys, is a Ruby is 3 people, whether it be your mom, your sister, your best friend, someone you met on social media, a customer of yours, whatever, 3 people that are hopping into the business and ready to work with you. Okay. Next, you need a combined total of $2,000 in sales, 2,000 BV from your entire team. Okay. All 3 of those people need a minimum of $400 in sales, a minimum. So guys, if you're looking at it like this, okay, this is how I teach my team. Between yourself, so this is you, and your 3 distributors, that's 4, everybody needs about $500 in sales to meet that $2,000 goal to get to that Ruby rank. Okay. I've got lots of girls in the business. I'm excited. Shout out to Brittany. Her volume, she's like $200 and something away right now on the 14th from going to Ruby. She's been busting her butt. I got a couple more that are on here that are killing it, you guys. Ruby takes consistency. That's the rank that changed my life, you guys. I joined this business for an extra $500 a month to pay off that $30,000 in credit card debt. Guys, I know girls that have went Ruby in 30 days. Okay, I went Emerald in 45. It can happen, but it takes getting into this business, running, printing your chart out, putting it in front of you and saying, okay, this is my goal. This is what I have to do. I have to get up every day and work on the goal, work based off, guys, you have to get up every single day and work for Ruby and Diamond based off of your goals on what you want and not based off of how you feel. Because guys, can I be honest? Okay, I've got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I'm not kidding you when I tell you this. Do you know how many times I was up last night? 10. I've got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I ain't even gonna get into the rest of it because y'all, it's insane. But I was up 10 times last night. But guess what, y'all? I got up this morning, I did my 6 list, and I still worked my business because I'm working it based off of what I want, not the fact that I felt like crap and barely had any energy all day. So you have to get up every single day and work for that Ruby promotion based off of how you know you are going to feel. Uh-oh, somebody's screen sharing.
My apologies. I couldn't hear what you said.
Can you see that?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was thinking that was somebody else. I was like, what? Okay. All right, you guys. So this is a Ruby. You guys see it right here. The average earning, and I want to talk about this for a quick second, Noelle. This is average. I want to tell you guys what an average is. An average is a person that has been paid as Ruby rank for 6 months, okay? An average is a person that has been paid as Ruby for 6 months. So I'm going to tell you, if you are a brand new Ruby, and you had $2,100 in volume when you went Ruby, you are not going to have a $464 paycheck, right, Noelle?
Well, let's do the math on that. Because if you sponsored all 3 of those distributors, you're going to get $150 per person who has their 6 loyal customers. Well, that right there is $450, right?
Yeah.
So when we do our averages, we add in the fast start bonuses are actually added into that. So, but if you have 2,000 BV and you're making 10%, that's $200, right? So I just did that wrong. I can do the math in my head. If you have 2,000 group volume, which is what it takes to go Ruby, and you're making 10% off of all of your distributors' orders, that's $200 right there. Plus you're making an additional 15% off of your personal customers. Well, that's going to be more, but really the bulk of your check, you guys, is going to come when you sponsor distributors.
Absolutely. So I think what people have a hard time, like people think off the top of their head is their commission check, maybe that $500. But what you have to factor in is how many fast starts you got. Mm-hmm. I also, for my team, I tell them to factor in that keto cash.
Oh, for sure.
Because I've got girls that maybe last month made $300 to $400 in keto cash. Mm-hmm. Guys, think of it like this. If you make $300 in keto cash and you have a $300 Ruby check and then you sponsor 3 people, that's, how much is that? Like $800? $700-800, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. So just remember, you guys, you have to factor in all that. When you factor, absolutely, more than likely you're going to have over that $474 paycheck. But your commission, just the commission part alone, may not necessarily be that right off. Okay. So just remember that we have to factor in everything and not just that commission check. Okay.
Well, and just like Brittany talked about, you guys, like, I'm not going to show you a diamond chart. And the reason I'm not going to show you a diamond chart is because I remember looking at a diamond chart the first time, and it was after I had gone Ruby and I was already structured for Emerald. So I was 2 months into my business, you guys, before I even looked at the diamond chart, because when I first got started, they sent us these, like, it was like a 12 by 14, like, tear off chart, like, thing. And it had like steps. It had kind of like a little checklist on it. It had an executive chart and a Ruby chart and an Emerald chart. And then I remember one day I flipped it over and I realized that the diamond chart took up the entire back side. And I was like, I literally was like, I can't do that. And this is when I called my sponsor and she was like, you've already done it. Like, what's wrong with you? But like in my mind, I was like, that's so big. And so I want you guys to think about ruby. It takes 3. And then as we're working towards diamond, then we're going to build rubies, because when you're new, you can't think about, or when you haven't built a team, you can't think about being a leader. Well, don't think about being a leader. Think about going and talking to your best friend about joining this business with you. Think about going and talking to that single mom who you know desperately needs this business. Think about going to talk to the people who you know have been laid off from work or furloughed and they need this income, okay? It only takes 3. And you're going to teach those 3 to do what you've done, okay? Good night. I love you.
And guys, if you're wanting the diamond chart, you can go to if you want to go look at that, you can go to your eSuite, ask your enroller to send it to you. We are not going to show you that on here because like Noelle said, we are focusing on building rubies. To go diamond, you need 3 rubies underneath you. That's pretty much what you need. So that's why our entire comp plan, get to ruby, you can get to ambassador diamond. You are literally building rubies. That's what we're doing here. Okay. So where you want to go from here, Noelle, girl?
I just want to talk about recruiting, because recruiting is the fastest way, is the only way to get you to diamond, right? You have to recruit. And in order to recruit, you have to be consistent, like we talked about, but you have to be willing to put yourself out there. So that means every day, like, go live. If you're uncomfortable going live, go live. Go live in your story. If you're scared to go live, like on Facebook, go hands-free on your story, right? Go hands-free making your coffee, go hands-free making dinner, go hands-free talking about why you started this business. Like, get your face in front of people, but you have to be willing to talk to a lot of people. The more people you talk to, the more connections you'll have, the more people will join your team. And don't prejudge. Like, do not prejudge. Like, there's so many people who've come into this business who, from the outside looking in, people would have been like, they make a lot of money. Why would I ever talk to them about a business like this? And in reality, they really needed that. Like, Carla and Chris Burns are the perfect example of that. I mean, Sherilyn Alcala, she's our number 2 money earner right now. And like, she wanted this so that she could like send her girls to gymnastics, and her husband works on Wall Street. Like, you never know what's going on inside a home. So always just ask. Just ask.
Yeah, I love it, you guys. Another thing, guys, really, really quick, when we're talking about recruiting, the biggest thing that you guys can do for your business is, like Noelle said, guys, get out there, go live, because people want to see you. And I'm not sitting here saying that you jump in the business the day you hop in, you have to go live right then. I'll tell you what I love. I've even got some girls that are newer in the business, and they've actually just done some videos just to get started. They've just made a couple of videos because they said they wanted to try doing some videos first. So they've made some videos and they posted the videos on Facebook and done that. But guys, another thing you can do is you can actually go live on Facebook and just make it viewable for yourself. So you can just make it viewable for you, and you can go back and watch yourself. I'll be honest, if you watch my old lives, you would be like, oh, that's horrible. Guys, we all suck at it at first. We're all horrible. Okay? Think of it like this. You are today probably that you're the worst you're ever going to be today. Every single day that you wake up and you do this, you're going to get better and better and better. But the most growth comes when you are out of your comfort zone. And so if you join this business to stay in your comfort zone, then expect to make, I'm just being honest, you guys, this is my red coming out, expect to make hobby money. This is where you have to decide, and I joined for that $500 a month. I truly did. I joined for $500 a month, and probably every single person on here did the same thing. Guys, let's be honest. Noelle, you're probably the same way. If somebody would have came up to me 8 years ago and said, you're going to make 5 figures a month in this business one day, I would say, yeah, bullcrap. There's like no way. That will never happen. We don't join with that mindset. We don't join with that mentality. Okay. So you have to decide, do you want to make that hobby money, a couple extra $100 a month, or do you want to make money? You want to make business money. Because I tell you something, you guys, if you're running to diamond, that's about an extra $2,000 a month on top of a $15,000 bonus. Do you know how life-changing that can be for your family? It can be huge. My family and I paid off $30,000 in credit card debt in a year and a half because of that. That can be you. You can be the yes mom. You can be all of these things if you're willing to be consistent and get out of that comfort zone, even when you don't want to. So
one thing that when you get into this and maybe you are running for diamond and you're like, oh my gosh, I am so busy. I have so many people to talk to. I have so many messages. I need to get my host to post out. I need to do this. I need to do that. One of the things that you might not prioritize that is going to be so essential is plugging in and doing your personal development. That is the first thing to go, and it's the last thing that needs to be removed. Because if you're removed from the fire, you're going to fizzle out. And this business is not meant to be done by yourself. This business is meant to be done in community. That's the great thing about this. If you're over here working by yourself without any community, what in the world are you going to bring people into? You got nothing. You don't have a tribe. That's the great thing about joining this family, is that you have a tribe. So you need to stay plugged in. So no matter what, when you're running hard, you prioritize our team Zooms and the corporate things, right? Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Thursday night, and listen to it in the bathtub. If you have a newbie and they're like, oh my gosh, I need you to help me with these posts, you can be like, girlfriend, let's listen to this together and we'll work together afterwards, right? Like you can do that. Half the time I'm on a Zoom, you guys, I'm like taking a shower and taking a bath and I'm messaging people while I'm listening. Like we get to multitask. Women are really, really good at multitasking. Men kind of got it a little bit. Like it can be taught, but women are like really good at multitasking. It's like one of our superpowers. So hone into that and make sure you stay plugged in. Make sure you're doing personal development. Again, ask your sponsor for some more direction on that, but don't let that slip, because it's literally the one thing that will keep you here and will keep you growing.
Yeah, I feel like this, you guys. You know, when it comes to showing up, when it comes to trainings, when it comes to meetings, when it comes to Zooms, power hours, all of the things, you know, if your boss at work, let's say you work at Verizon Wireless, and he comes up to you and he's like, hey, listen, Thursday at 6 p.m., we've got this training, you need to be on it. What are you going to do? I'll be dang, you're going to be on that because he told you needed to be. So why is this business different? I feel like so often people jump into the business and they're so willing to, guys, when you jump into this business, you literally have the possibility of creating an insane legacy for your family. Okay, guess what? While so many people are out of work right now, guess what? We're still building an income here. We're still able to work, and our business is hot. It is fire right now. Okay. So you have something that can truly last and have that legacy. But the thing is, guys, you've got to be willing to show up. You've got to be willing to stay close to the fire. You've got to be willing to get to the trainings. If you know every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do a team training, guess what? That's when you tell your husband, listen, baby, I'm sorry. We'll do whatever when we get done, but at 9 o'clock for 45 minutes to an hour, I've got to get on this Zoom. And then I'm all yours after that. Mm-hmm. You know, my team, it's same thing with power hours. When us leaders our day to get on there and to help you guys be successful, the best thing that you can do is plug in. Because guys, when you show up, you go up. We can always tell the ones that are promoting if they're on these Zooms or not, if they're on our power hours, if they're on our trainings. Those are always the ones that are promoting and that are having those paycheck raises come the 15th of every single month.
Okay, so I'm going to put some scripts in the comments for selling coffee cash, okay, one thing. And then Brittany's going to talk to you while I'm doing that. She's going to talk to you about how to get your 6 loyal customers using this Pick 2 deal like tomorrow.
Y'all, I'm pumped. This Pick 2 deal, I can honestly say in my 8 years in business, it's probably one of my favorite promotions. Or am I right? Noelle, is it not amazing?
For sure. I love this.
It's honestly one of my favorite promotions that I feel like we've ever had. The amount of product, guys, look at it like this. Our neck cream, our brow serum, our lash and brow serum, guys, some of these products are $40 to $60 a pop, and they're getting 2 products for $49. And guess what? It's 25 BV, but next month, that's not to say that they're not going to change up their product, and that BV is going to go up. Okay, so this is a great opportunity for you guys to get those new loyal customers in the system. Okay, I can even post some scripts and share some that I've been using with Noelle a little bit later. But guys, so if you're a newbie, you need those six loyal customers in your first 30 days in business. You score those, you're going to have that $50 bonus and $150 in free product to be able to grab some product and become a product of the product, because ultimately, you guys, that's one of the biggest things to help you have success in this business, okay? So as far as gathering those first 6 customers, this is where you are going to utilize that hundreds list, that chicken list, dirt list. This is where you're going to utilize that. Host a post, okay? And sharing with your friends and family. Listen, right now for $24.50, you can get 2 products for $24.50 a piece, or 2 for $49 essentially, okay? Guys, we have something for everyone. I don't care if you're not a coffee drinker. That's okay. We've got tea. I don't care if you don't need to lose weight. That's okay. That's okay. We've got hair, skin, and nails. We've got greens to stay healthy. We've got an amazing skincare line by Dr. Nassif. We've got Confianza. Y'all, you got kids at home, you need Confianza in your life, okay? So we truly have something for everyone. And guys, can I tell you, if you didn't know already, stimulus checks are being dropped, like literally as we speak. Stimulus checks. As much as I hate to say this, not everybody is good at saving money. Not everybody is going to spend that stimulus check on bills, okay? I truly, honestly, when this quarantine happened, I was like, I wonder if people are still going to be buying weight loss products. I wonder if people are still going to be spending money. Holy cow, you guys. People are still doing it, okay? It's insane how much money people are still spending. Let's be honest, you guys. Us ladies, we like to shop. If we can't shop at Marshalls and TJ Maxx, we're going to be shopping online, right? Okay. So that's what I'm saying, you guys. Don't count anybody out. Right now is the best time to make sure that you are following up and reaching out with everybody, because y'all, summer's right around the corner. Right around the corner. People want to lose weight. People do not want to gain the quarantine 15. By the way, y'all, your girl has lost 10 pounds during quarantine using our amazing products and getting up and moving. Moving, you guys. I am under 160 pounds and I'm pumped, okay? Yes. So all I'm saying, I know, I'm so excited. My goal is 150 a month. Excited. Okay. So anyways, you guys, get out there and tell the world about this 2 for $49 deal. There is something for everyone. Host to post is amazing. Reaching out, using these scripts that Noelle is posting is going to help you be able to gather those first 6 customers. One thing I love to do with my newbies is I have them send out the scripts, and then guess what, you guys? I have them screenshot me. It takes a little bit of time, I'm not going to lie, but it works like a charm. I have them screenshot to me what people are saying back to them so I can help them with the reply and I can help them close. And guess what? When we do that and we help them sign their first 4 to 6 customers after that, they're like, all right, girl, I got this. I can do this now. So if you need some help with messaging, reach out to your enroller. If your roller's new, reach out to your Diamond Above upline, Noelle. If you're on my team, myself, reach out to someone that can help you close these loyal customers to be able to grab that 150 in free products so you can get your own results and be a product of the product.
Yeah, you guys, people are not paying their bills with these stimulus checks. I can't even tell you. I'm talking to 4 people right now who are like, oh yeah, girl, I'm just waiting for my check to hit. And guess what? They're getting some hair, skin, and nails and some collagen. They're not paying their bills. They're not going to get toilet paper. They're getting pretty while they're in quarantine, okay? So don't be afraid and don't have the mentality like, oh, I can't spend their money. Because you know what? They're going to spend it somewhere, right? They're either going to spend it with me or they're going to spend it with you. I'd like it to be with you, right? So just don't be afraid to talk to people. And we're not in people's inbox who don't want us to be in their inbox anyway, right? We're only ever talking to people who have commented on a host of posts. They've said, I want to grow my hair out. I want to lose weight. I love drinking coffee, whatever, right? So make sure that you are connecting with those people and don't prejudge and don't spend their money for them. I mean, I signed a girl just yesterday who I was talking to her about the hair, skin, and nails. And then you know what? I did the collagen upsell. And she was like, yeah, let's do that. And then she got the Mocha Dreams add-on. She was like, yeah, let's try that. Like, if I would have decided, oh, I can't spend her money, she doesn't have the money for that, and not asked, she wouldn't have bought those things. So you just ask. And if they say no, they say no. So I put some scripts in the comments for selling Skinny Brew. I'm serious, you guys. If you send this like pre-sale script to 50 people, you're going to sell 5 to 10 Skinny Brew samples for sure. And you newbies who got in with the, the extra coffee sample stimulus package where you're getting 10, you're getting $200 worth of Skinny Brew samples in your starter kit. That's amazing. Even if you just went and sold $100 of those in the next couple of weeks, that's cash in your pocket, and those people are going to become customers because they're going to love it.
Absolutely. Love this, you guys. This is rocking my world. Okay. I want to go over something really quick as far as like your personal auto ships. I want to go over that a little bit, you guys, for our newbies. Guys, there are 2 ways to get paid. All right, 2 ways to get paid in our business. First off is I have 150 in sales. 150 in sales, 150 BV is considered our personal orders and our orders, okay? That's the first way. The second way, the surefire way to make sure that you get a paycheck is running your 80 BV auto shipment. 8 years in this business and I've never missed an auto shipment. Do you know why? Because you cannot expect your clients and your prospects to order from you when you're not ordering from yourself. You cannot expect people to use your products and get excited about your products if you are not excited. Guys, let me tell you something. If the products are not changing your life, the business is not going to either. Simple as that. If you have been in this business for at least 3 to 6 months and you do not have before and after pictures, ask yourself what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because guys, let me tell you something. We have something called a wrap that will give you results in 45 minutes. Okay? We have products that will give you results. We have cleanses that will help most of my clients lose anywhere from 2 to 10 pounds in 72 hours. Get your butt a cleanse, because I know y'all eating those quarantine snacks. Get your butt a cleanse. Get on the scale beforehand, and then after 48 hours, 72 hours, go and weigh yourself, and I guarantee you will have lost probably at least 2 pounds. There are ways to get your results. You better believe, guys, guess what? Mondays are my weigh-in day. And you better believe on Monday, when I dropped on down past 160 and I was 159, I let the world know about it. And people were in my inbox. What are you using? What are you doing? And you better believe I let them know about the Skinny Brew and all the things that I was doing, the probiotic, the fat fighters, the products that I love. So it is so important that you are a product of the product and that you are running a shipment, okay? And I know things may be tight, but guys, look at it like this. If you sell 4 coffee caches for $20 a piece, that's $80 right there, okay? So there are ways to do it, but go ahead and know people want to see Noelle's results. People want to see Brittany's results. People want to see Sandy's results. People don't want to see Sarah Jane's results down the street. I mean, they do, but they want to know that you are using the products that you're raving about and you are being serious. So if you have not got your own personal results on our products, that's what I want you to start working on, is taking your business serious, using the products and sharing it with the world and sharing that excitement. Because one of the biggest compliments I get for my business is the excitement that I have for my business and the excitement that I have for my products and how pumped up I get every single time I am on a live or I'm posting or whatever I'm doing, you guys, how excited I get. That's what's going to make people want to buy your products.
And I get it, you guys, like being nervous. When I first started, I had not tried the products. And so all I was doing was sharing other people's wrap results, because back then that's pretty much all we had. I mean, we had the wraps and the greens and the vitals and the Define Gel. We didn't have much. So I was just sharing other people's results. And then I got my kit in the mail and I took my photos and I got my results. And I mean, it was 2 wraps. The first one I uploaded, and then the second one I got results. And I was like, I don't want to share them. And my girlfriend was like, well, you have to. And I was like, I don't want to share them. Like, I don't want to put my belly out there for the world. And the minute I did, I had people that were like, okay, seriously? That's amazing. They were like, I can tell. And it wasn't a drastic difference, but it was so much of a difference that people are like, wait, are you sucking in? And I was like, no, like that's my real results. And I signed a bunch of customers from it. And then people, they wanted to see me. They didn't want to see my sponsor's results. They didn't want to see my sister's results. They wanted to see my results. And I was so scared. And you guys, like, I've always been small. Like I had that after mom baby belly that just couldn't be gotten rid of, you know? But even then I was like, everybody is self-conscious. So don't be afraid to put it out there. Don't be afraid to get on the scale and take a picture of your feet. If you need a pedicure, put some socks on, right? Because, you know, my feet look like a hot mess right now. I need a pedicure so bad. That's a totally different story. But don't be afraid to put it out there. So on a last note, I just want to talk to you guys like about numbers, because at the end of the day, for you to get your business off the ground, for you to enroll customers, for you to enroll distributors, for you to go diamond, go ruby, go emerald, go diamond, whatever, it's strictly a numbers game. So what I see is when I see my distributors and they're like, okay, I haven't enrolled anybody this week. I haven't enrolled anybody this week. I haven't enrolled anybody this week. We go back to, well, how many people are you talking to? How many new people did you talk to this week? If you're talking to less than 50 new people a week, you're not going to be enrolling people weekly. And that sounds like a lot until you guys start doing host to post, and then you know you can talk to 50 people a day, right? You have to be talking to, I mean, honestly, like my personal goal, 100 new people a week. If I'm talking to 100 new people a week, which is not, that's not a lot, you guys. That's 12 to 15 conversations a day. Like messaging people for host to post, which once you learn takes moments.
Yeah.
If I'm talking to 100 new people a week, I'm going to be signing people multiple times a week, right? And you might need to find a good crowd. You might need to find a good niche or whatever, but you have to be talking to new people. You are not going to get your business off the ground if you're talking to a couple of people a week or a couple of people a day. Like it needs to be 10 a day, 10 new conversations a day should be your goal. And like I said, once you learn host to post, it's going to take you moments. You could talk to 10 people in 20 minutes.
Yeah, my team will tell you every single day for a task. I don't even have to say it on here. They know that every single day, one of our tasks is 10 host to posts up before bed. 10 host to posts minimum. I had a girl the other day, I think it was yesterday or the day before that, she got like 26 host to posts up in one day. Okay. So guys, if you are posting about the giveaways that we're doing, if you're posting about, if you're messaging, if you're doing the green light messaging, if you're working through your hundreds, if you're working through the alphabet and asking people to post for you, you are going to get that 10 a day up. At least minimum 10 a day. You're going to get that up. But messaging, guys, and being consistent, it's going to make or it's going to break your business, okay? So make sure that you guys are consistent and you're talking to people every single day. Because you know what? What kills me the most is when people say, well, I haven't signed anybody all week. And I'm like, okay, send me your messages. And they're like, guys, let's be honest. Ask yourself right now, if I was talking to you, if I messaged you and said, all right, girl, how many people have you messaged today? Would you be ashamed or would you be pumped and proud of your work? How many people have you messaged today? I want you to ask yourself that. And if you're ashamed and you would not want to tell me or Noelle or your enroller how many people you messaged today, then when we get off here, I want you to go out there and I want you to make up for it. Because I love it. Celine, she's on my team. I think for the last 3 days, Facebook has warned her, quit messaging, because she's messaging so many people and she's planting those seeds, guys. That's a good sign. Don't go to Facebook jail because that's not so fun. But guys, be consistent and get out there and message because that's what's going to grow your business.
I know I got quite a few girls who are in Facebook jail right now, but this is the thing. So this is the hack. If you are in messenger jail, one, you do a lot of follow-up. You follow up the people who you're already messaged with, but this is how you get around that. You keep doing your haps. And then when people drop their emoji or whatever, you reply back to them, send me a private message and I'll get you info. Now they're coming to you. And when they come to your inbox, it doesn't matter. You get to talk to them. So that's how I get around that. And yeah, it's amazing. So I've had some girls on my team who've told me like the way that they motivate themselves is they say, what would Noelle do? Okay. So like some people say, what would Jesus do? What would Noelle do? What would Brittany do? So if you're in a situation and you're like, what would Brittany do? And you think that she would do something different than you're doing, well, then just do what she would do because you know the right answer anyway, right? We've been around the block. We've been here for, oh my gosh, way too many years. And like, it's just like your brain starts to process differently. So if all else fails, just ask yourself that question. What would my upline do? And then it'll help you think a little bit differently. So, anyway, you guys, this Pick 2 promo is amazing. Like haps are just killing it right now. But the most important thing, and you have to do this to end all of your haps, you have to ask that question. And I put it in the chat. When somebody does a post for you, afterwards, you thank them for doing the post. You let them know when the giveaway is going to be. And then you ask them, have you ever thought about making money online like I do? Every single person. That's how you sign distributors, you guys. You ask. Okay? That's the key.
Love that so much. Love that.
All right.
Man, guys, this has been a long one. Oh my gosh. And I know we could still cover probably like 5,700 other things. But guys, do we have any questions really quick before we hop off here?
I think we just got a bunch of people that are ready to go work and a bunch of people that have been working since we've been on here, which is amazing.
Yes,
so we're so proud of you guys. This month has been amazing. And like, I know our team's enrollments are just like crazy high right now. It's awesome.
Insane, guys. Yeah. While the rest of the world is out there freaking out, you guys, we have an amazing opportunity to grow our paychecks and truly write our own paychecks, you guys. So stay consistent, don't slack, and let's get off here, guys. Let's make a goal. Let's get off here. It's 10 o'clock. Let's message 30 more people tonight before you go to bed. 30 more people before you go to bed. Okay?
Done.
Love it. All right, you guys. Thank you so much, Noelle.
We'll see you guys here next week.
See y'all next